Started. This is the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Cottonwood, Arizona, to be held March 2nd, 2021 at 6 p.m. at the Cottonwood Community Clubhouse. And we do have we're filming this virtually as well this evening, but I think we're having some internet glitches this evening, so just everyone be patient with us, please. And first up is roll call.
Councilmember Henry?
Here.
Councilmember Curott?
Here.
Councilmember Matthews?
Here.
Councilmember Nairn?
Here.
Councilmember Wilden?
Here.
Vice Mayor Halls?
Here.
Mayor Alinsky.
Here, thank you. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, next on the agenda is a brief summary of current events by the mayor, city council, and/or city manager. The public body does not propose, discuss, deliberate, or take legal action on any matter brought up during the summary unless the specific matter is properly noticed for legal action. Do we have any council members with anything to report? No? I think, Mr. Corbin, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. And if I forget whatever it is I'm supposed to remember, please remind me. All right, the city will be hosting another blood drive through the American Red Cross on March 31st, 2021. The drive will be held from 10 to 3 at the Public Safety Multipurpose Room located at 199 South 6th Street here in Cottonwood. If you're interested in donating, please sign up for an appointment at redcrossblood.org using sponsor code CottonwoodAZ. Now, this is through the Red Cross Blood Donor app or by calling 1-800-733-2767. Finance, HR, purchasing departments are currently working to move into their new location at 821 North Main Street, the old BAC building. So the public works teams, the facility maintenance teams are working hard to move out economic development. Trisha's office is now in the back of City Hall. Laura has moved over to the rec center where she works for Jack anyways part-time. And then our whole finance team is getting ready to move in. It's pretty exciting, actually, at least for me. Sorry, guys, to have them moving over and at the speed and the effort and the work being done by not only that team, but the teams I mentioned earlier. So we'll be out by March 31st when it is expected to close. Cottonwood Fire Department continues to actively support the vaccination process for COVID-19. Paramedics from the staff continue to support the vaccinations at Spectrum. Last week, we successfully completed almost 3,000 vaccinations. With the inclusion of Cottonwood Oak Creek School District, that would put the vaccinations beyond 7,000 folks vaccinated. So we're very excited, very appreciative of our paramedics. Showtime Sports has rented out the old town basketball courts on Saturdays to host a youth basketball league. So they'll be holding outdoor games there every Saturday through April 10th, with I believe one Saturday in March that'll be free. So the old town basketball course right next here to the clubhouse will be occupied the next several Saturdays. Verde Valley Little League is prepping to begin their season and have been holding evaluations at the youth complex, with their final one to be held this Saturday. Practices will begin soon, with games to follow shortly after. Cottonwood Oak Creek School District is using the adult softball complex to run their softball program this season. MVP has been practicing daily and games are set to begin soon. All youth sport leagues have submitted their approved COVID precautionary plan, and all plans have been submitted to the State Health Department as part of the Arizona Department of Health and Human Services requirements.
Great. All right. All right, thank you. Next on the agenda is call to the public. This portion of the agenda is set aside for the public to address the council regarding an item that is not listed on the agenda for discussion. However, the council cannot engage in discussion regarding any item that's not officially listed on the agenda for discussion and/or action. And comments are limited to a 3-minute time period. We're doing this both virtually for folks as well as folks that are in the chambers this evening. So I don't know, Marianne, if we have anyone virtually this evening that would like to address council? No? Okay. We did receive one form from a member of the public. If anyone else who's here tonight would like to fill out one of these forms, you're more than welcome to address the council. And we would like to hear from Michael Nacito. Good evening.
Thank you for allowing me to speak this evening regarding the petition for the resolution to declare Cottonwood as a sanctuary city regarding the entire Bill of Rights. And I find that ironic that we actually have to petition the city council to do that. I'm a retired public works superintendent from a city in California, and having worked for 3 different cities for 32 years, every time I was hired or promoted, I raised my right hand and swore to uphold the Constitution of the United States and state, county, and local laws. But the first entity was this Constitution of the United States. So as representatives of the city of Cottonwood, we're asking you to just simply represent us and keep the local community protected, if in fact need be, from any resources or funding that comes from the state or the county or the federal government to inhibit and infringe on our constitutional rights that are held within the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, is there anyone else this evening who would like to address council? All right, then we'll close the floor and move on to approval of the minutes of the work session of February 9th, 2021, and I would motion to approve those minutes.
Second.
All right, Mayor made the motion, Councilmember Henry seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, minutes are approved. We go now into the consent agenda. We have just 2 items tonight under the consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or citizen so requests. So first item this evening is a membership agreement with the Consortium of Partners Procuring Electronic Resources, copper, to purchase materials and services for the Cottonwood Public Library. And the second item is amendment to the agreement with the Arizona Department of Housing for Community Development Block Grant Funding to provide improvements to Cottonwood Kids Park and Garrison Park. Are there any items that a member of the public or council member would like to have pulled? Do I hear a motion?
Motion to accept the consent agenda as stated.
Second.
All right, Vice Mayor made the motion, Councilmember Wilden seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, consent agenda is approved. And now new business, we have just 2 items this evening. Following items are for council discussion, consideration, and possible legal action. First up is interview of applicants for the Public Safety Board.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As you stated, we are here to interview applicants for the Public Safety Board. We have 1 open seat on our board currently. We have a 5-person local board. Outlined in your packet are all the duties that the Public Safety Board accomplishes for us. During this opening, we received 2 applications. We did the blind review process, and now we are here tonight for you to interview both applicants. Our applicants, Kent Hellman and Thomas Stoke, are both here this evening to interview with you.
All right, very good, thank you. So first up this evening is going to be Mr. Hellman. And we have just a few questions for you, sir, and we'll move on to the next applicant. And first up is, well, first let me just say thank you for applying. We appreciate it very much.
Sure, no problem. Glad to do it.
You are aware of the pay, correct?
Say it again?
You are aware of the pay, correct?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. All right. So first question, sir, is please tell us why you wish to serve on this board.
Well, I've been on the board now for quite a few years, and I enjoy working with the people that are on the board and look forward to the opportunity to be able to continue serving on the board. My credentials would be I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I've retired military and also retired law enforcement. So I also was an active member in society as a businessman for 11 years. So my experiences within community society as businessman, law enforcement, and military. So I think those qualifications makes it uniquely qualified for the position, the type of things that come up in regards to law enforcement. I believe my experience helps me to understand the issues in regards to firemen and law enforcement. And so I just think I'm in a good position. Being retired, I have no time restrictions. So I'm available whenever it needs to be available.
Great. All right, second question you've already kind of answered, but you can go into some more detail, is what are your specific qualifications for this board?
Well, I believe my experience in law enforcement is the primary qualification, since it is a law enforcement retirement and fire retirement. And also because of my retirement, I worked as a law enforcement officer for Yavapai College, and their retirement is part of the A.R.S, not the Public Service Retirement System. So I think that also helps me because I'm not part of the system. I'm separate, but similar in the sense that I have understanding of the law enforcement experiences and the things that they go through that lead up to retirement through their jobs. Like sometimes it's due to medical retirements, things like that, because of injuries involved in their performance of their jobs. I think I'm uniquely qualified to be able to relate to those things and understand and have a perspective of what's going on.
Great. And last question is, what do you hope to accomplish during your appointment?
My primary desire of accomplishment is just to serve.
All right, well, we do appreciate you having served already on this board and appreciate you re-upping as well, so thank you.
Good, thank you.
All right, Thomas Stolk. Mr. Stolk, you're up next, sir. There you are.
Good evening. I'm Thomas Stephen Stoke, and I go by Steve or Stephen.
All right. If you don't mind, I'm just going to keep calling you Mr. Stoke.
That's fine.
All right. Thank you to you as well for applying. We appreciate it very much. And we're going to ask you the same three questions. So first up is, please tell us why you wish to serve on this board.
I feel as though I do have some qualifications that would make me a benefit to the board. First of all, I do have a BS degree in Human Resource Management. I have a master's degree in Public Administration, specializing in city-county management. And I have 25 years working with the Social Security Administration as a senior claims representative, where I work with retirement, disability, and survivor-type benefits. I represented Social Security every February before our congressmen and senators in D.C. to give them the update and qualification of what their constituents were working with in the state of Mississippi. We retired here. My daughter brought us here to take care of us, but I feel as though I have some talents that are going to waste.
All right, very good. Thank you. What are your specific qualifications for this board?
Like I said, I have dealt with in Mississippi, I was the Mississippi liaison with our state workman's comp administration, so that I knew how to deal with the offsets that we had in Mississippi, since the workman's comp was a federally funded or partially federally funded program. It did offset Social Security in Mississippi. Not all states do that, but in Mississippi it did. Like I said, I also represented, I was the state designee for the Federal Employees Union in the state of Mississippi, and that also took that designation to Washington, D.C. to let them know the workings of the federal employees in the state of Mississippi, representing 25,000 employees.
All right. And last question, Mr. Stoke, is what do you hope to accomplish during your appointment?
Well, I hope to be able to use the qualifications that I have to the benefit of the city of Cottonwood. We have loved it here since we moved. We think this is the most beautiful place that we've ever lived in. It's a big difference between the humidity in Mississippi and even though we grew up in Alabama, all the South is pretty much the same. You know, if you have a 98% humidity, that's pretty normal. But we love the here and want to be a part of it and be able to use our talents to y'all's.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. Both of you clearly have a ton of experience, and we're really fortunate to have both of you here in our community. I'm glad you moved here, and really appreciate you stepping up to serve this wonderful community. So
Thank you.
I think probably Ms. Wilbur made it clear, but if not, this is a two-step process. There's a blind review of the applicants, and then of course we interview you like we did this evening, and we're going to combine those two scores and come up with the best and brightest to serve on this commission. And if you don't make the cut, there's other commissions that you can serve on. This is a great board, but the meetings are really brief, and the pay is not so great. But there's a lot of other ways you can get back to this community. So if this doesn't work out for you this evening, please keep in mind that we've got other commissions you can serve on.
Nice to meet all the council. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay, next is item 2, consideration and possible approval of a proposed agreement with the Northern Arizona Council of Governments for administration of the Cottonwood Municipal Water Utility Assistance Program.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm Kirsten Lennon, the Financial Services Director for the City of Cottonwood, and currently the Supervisor for the Utility Billing Clerks. So when we bought the water companies, we started a program with Catholic Charities to assist customers with their water bills if they were low income, if they had if they met a couple eligibility requirements for energy usage and disability and age and other things. And Catholic Charities did it for a few years, and then they asked to step away, and NACOG volunteered to be part of the program. And we worked up an agreement with them, and that was for a couple years. And so now we're amending the agreement and updating it and hoping that it helps us assist more people. So the prior qualifications were kind of complicated and the form was complicated. And so I worked with NACOG to come up with a very simple form, just basically 2 questions. Do you meet the income level requirements, and are you keeping your water usage at a normal rate? We don't want to be, having people using too much water and wasting water. And we want to make sure that we assist as many people as possible. We also changed the dollar limit. So it used to only be $200. Now we're going to go up to $250 per time. And we also added in that you can get it twice a year instead of just once a year. So we're just hoping to help out more people that need that assistance.
I know we've had this program in place for a lot of years, and it seems like we never did bottom out on the amount of funding that we put in.
No, we've never spent the full amount. And so I'm kind of hoping that with these changes, we can at least try to, make sure that we're helping as many people as possible.
Council, any questions, comments? No?
I don't have any questions, but I thought the form was very simple and easy to understand, and I liked it, so I thought it was good work. So thank you.
Thank you.
How do we market this or pass this throughout the community so our residents know?
As soon as it gets approved, I'll put it up on our website with the approval and then tell them who to contact so that they know. And we do, anytime somebody has an issue and is going to be shut off or has, late fees, we tell them, we give them the phone number, we tell them to call NACOG and see if they qualify. So there is also a current program that the federal government is funding for assistance for water payments, and we have put that on our website as well. So hopefully we'll get those people to go there, find that, and our assistance.
Great, good work. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the proposed agreement with NACOG for managing the city's water utility assistance program.
Second.
All right, we had Councilmember Matthews made the motion and Councilmember Nairn seconded it. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Henry,
Yes.
Councilmember Curott,
Yes.
Councilmember Matthews,
Yes.
Councilmember Nairn,
Yes.
Councilmember Wilden,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Halse,
Yes.
Mayor Linsky.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'd move to pay the claims and adjustments.
Second.
All right, Mayor made the motion, Councilmember Nairn seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
And
Move to adjourn?
great.
Second.
All right, Councilmember Nairn made the motion and Vice Mayor seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.